truly excited and happy that we finally hit 100 followers on Instagram. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to listen and to follow my page on Instagram. We're going to give you a lot more content, of course. I'm so happy. And, just want to give a shout out to you guys taking the time to listen to the podcast and contributing and just spreading the word. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Want to get right to the episode. We got a great guest. So thank you so much. I'm Luis Agustin, and this is A View to Film. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I got a very special guest today. This person has been a major influence in my life as far as watching new movies. So I'm so excited to have him on because he always does small recommends here and there. Like we were just talking about the raid.
Just talking about the raid, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Predestination, which I gave a highlight on my last podcast, and also Time Crimes. Please, for anybody, don't be scared of subtitles. Please check it out. It's a fantastic film. But yeah, this guy, he's a jack of all trades. The only thing I'm going to promote from him is he is an independent photographer. He takes a lot of Christmas pictures, baby showers. Please check out his Instagram at therrera.photography. That's T as in Tom, Herrera.photography. Please welcome Mr. Truman Herrera.
Hey everyone, how's everyone doing?
To kind of have a chill wind down podcast, we're drinking some Allagash beer, so shout out to Allagash.
Yep.
I just took a big sip. Woo! Oh my god. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so Truman, what movie are we talking about today, my friend?
Well, today we're talking about The Usual Suspects.
Beautiful. Oh my god. One of the greatest movies that ever came out, allegedly, right?
Yes, in my book, it's top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Top
really?
5, yes.
Wow, that high?
Yes. I mean, you got drama, you got action, you got suspense, and then what more can you ask?
No.
Some comedy too.
Some comedy.
Too.
I would argue a lot of comedy, more than I remember when I first saw it, because of the guys just talking shit, all the banter that they talk. So
yeah.
But I guess since you're a movie aficionado, I'm really shocked that you put it as your top 5. It's definitely a top 10 movie.
Yeah.
But I think that I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a top 5 movie, but it's definitely up there.
You have to. Sure. Everyone's top 10 or top 5 is never going to be the same.
That's true.
Those two, when you talk about top, it's more of the person's point of view.
That's true. No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. that one is in my top 5. And then there's the story behind one of the story behind why that movie's up there. So I believe it came out in movie theaters in 95.
That's right. Yeah, it came out in 1995.
So summer of 96, before my 20th birthday.
You're aging yourself.
We were going to the beach. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
We was going to the beach and we was waiting for my friend to pick us up. And we was at another friend's house. And he had, I don't know if people on the podcast remember the broken boxes, cable boxes that And we decided this is pre my Blockbuster days. I used to work at Blockbuster. And we were like, you know what, while we wait for our friend, let's watch this. So, yeah, it's just something. And we didn't know anything about, anybody. I know Benicio del Toro from James Bond.
Okay, yeah.
Because they promoted that in the Hispanic channel. The first Puerto Rican main character. Because he was a main character in that movie. Yeah. Well, not main, but
one of the guys on the lineup.
Yeah, and then Kevin Spacey. I seen him in a few other movies, so we were like, "Nah, let's go." And I think that was the first movie that the twist got me. That I didn't know it was.
That's true.
I was completely blown away.
Okay, that's true.
And I watch a lot of movies, and I caught on to a lot of things.
And that's what I was gonna say. You watch a ton of movies, probably more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one, I didn't guess it. I couldn't guess it.
Wow.
I swear it was Keaton the whole time.
Wow. Well, before we even talk more about the movie, let's go ahead and issue that crazy spoiler warning. I want to say that we cannot talk about this film without issuing a spoiler warning because this film is basically a spoiler itself.
Yes.
So definitely, please, to any of the listeners, I encourage you to please check out this movie. Please don't listen to the podcast unless you've seen it.
Unless you've seen it.
Yeah. I don't want to give anything away to anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to ask, what do you think, because we were just talking about this movie has a lot of themes in the movie, right?
Yes.
What do you think the central theme of this movie is?
The central theme is pretty much deception.
Okay.
Everyone is at some point deceptive. Again, the lawyer, the policeman comes in.
Mm-hmm.
He tells, he says, "I'm smarter than you."
Right.
Yes. You're not gonna get away with this.
Yep.
You actually gonna tell me what happened without me pressuring you.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Deception. I tell you something, you're gonna tell me what I want, but I wanna sugarcoat it.
Right.
And then you have Keaton, who was an ex-cop.
That's right. Yep. He was
wanted to be a businessman. And he's playing as in, I really don't want to do this because I'm trying to go legit. But tell me a little bit more.
Right.
Let's see what happens. And of course you got the lawyer. You got you got even the Argentinians
and the Hungarians.
Yes, they they're talking about drugs and things and that, and it was something else they were trying to buy.
Right.
So.
So I wrote it down. I was gonna say I wrote it down as never judge a book by its cover, because I feel like Agent Coulion, which is played by Chaz once again. He immediately was judging everybody by how they looked, their profile, everything all the information that he got.
Yeah. And
I guess that just immediately to spoil the movie, he got bamboozled. He was fooled. From the very beginning.
From the start, yes.
Yeah. So, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah. You have, you hit it on the nail too, Never judge. Deception. He blinded him from the beginning. Yeah. Just by the way he comes in.
Correct.
Correct. I don't want to spoil it for people, but
no, that's it.
He comes in, he has a hand that's disabled,
right. So it's quick trivia before we even start with the film. Kevin Spacey met with doctors and experts to discuss cerebral palsy. That's what he was trying to imitate in the movie.
Yes.
And which is what he used to his advantage to go ahead and deceive the cops and everybody else that he was with.
Exactly.
So wanted to point that out.
Yeah, and another quick trivia too. And this was after the internet era exploded, that you have all this information out there, because back then, you had internet, but it was not as profound as now. He actually taped his hand with glue.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wait, didn't the guy who played Spock, Zach Quinto?
Yeah.
Didn't he do the same thing?
Yes, but he taped it.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Spacey glued it.
Wow.
He glued his fingers, and all his left shoes didn't have the. He filed them down. So he will walk with the limp normally.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Fake it. So so all his shoes, I think his left foot shoes was filed down.
That must have been crazy uncomfortable,
yeah.
bro.
Yes.
Wow, that's dedication.
Yes.
Let's see here. So now going off with that theme, let's start off with the very beginning of the film, and this is the first question I wrote down. So the director chooses to show you the last scene of the movie.
Yes.
How do you feel about the foreshadow of that? Like, do you like it in movies, or when they use that in movies, that they'll show you the last scene and then you start from the beginning?
Yes.
Like, what did you think about that?
Now that I've seen it so many times, I don't like it.
Why?
Because, well, after you see it, you actually know, and you look for little things.
Right.
Like that. So at the beginning, when you see what's going on, you see his lighter.
Right.
You see who he actually shoots.
The lighter, the watch.
Yeah, and the way he holds the cigarette.
Yes.
So you catch on to those things, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Right. So at the beginning, you don't know. If you going into this movie without watching it, it's great because it it grabs you. Now
Right.
you want to know, who is this guy?
Right.
Why is everything burning and only this guy's walking away?
Right.
So it grabs you. But once you see the movie and you see it again, then you're like, look at this. You know?
I
So-
guess I agree because the director, I'm assuming he just wanted to grab you in. But as you know, you and me have seen, the most successful movies are usually the ones that make you do those repeat views.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And kind of like, if you already know kind of what's gonna happen, or you've seen all of this play out, I guess keep it guessing. But I don't know, it was very deceptive. It was very
Yeah.
deceptive,
Yeah.
I would say, the first time I saw it. But I kind of agree with you, because you're looking for those clues that you're like, oh, I saw this already. Now what else is gonna happen? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, continuing on that, so we see Keyser come in. He goes down. Not sure if you remember this, but he pees on the flame. Can you pee on
Yes.
flames?
I never tried it, but I tell you what. When I remember watching that movie the first time, because I was with my friends, and
Right.
you know, when you are in your 20s or late teens, any little thing like that is a big whoa.
Yeah.
This guy's bad, and I thought that was one of the baddest scenes. I mean, you know, everything's exploding around you.
Right.
You got a tank of gas. You got the flame coming. You on a second balcony, and you pretty much just nonchalant just pee on the fire.
peeing on flames.
Yeah, just pee. You know.
Yo.
You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, you know, damn, this guy is like,
So,
he's bad. You know.
so we get into the film. Pretty much, they get all the usual suspects. They round up everybody who they think did this crime that happened. We don't know what crime it is. And then I think the funniest part of the film, which I think is problematic, is when they ask Benicio del Toro's character, like, "Oh,
Yes.
no, say it in English."
Yes, repeat
but
it in English, please.
but
yeah.
he said it in English. And
Yeah, but
Yeah.
to point something out here, they actually say why they're in the lineup for a brief second when Agent Kujan picks up Keaton at
Keaton,
the restaurant,
Mhm.
and the lady asks, "Why you here?" That he goes, "Oh, it's an issue about a missing truck full of guns."
Okay, yeah.
So, or gun parts, one of the two.
Yeah.
It was
something like
on that line. But yeah, that was also grabs you in because it's funny. You know, they laughing, they joking around.
that. Right.
Sorry, this actually some good beer, guys. So if you guys get a chance to try it,
So Malagash triple.
is
Yeah.
it's excellent. And actually, when I was doing the research for this podcast,
Yeah.
I found out that scene was improvised.
Oh yeah, the lines.
That they just let them go, and the director picked the funniest one.
Oh.
So yeah,
Interesting. All right, so going back to, and I hate to jump around a little bit, but
no, it's fine.
how long do you think, because I've always been curious about this, because I've seen the movie multiple times, how long do you think it takes somebody to build a fake identity like Keyser did in the film?
Wow.
Because so once again, so they bring in all the usual suspects, as we say,
Yes.
right? They bring them all in, and they bring in Verbal, which is Keyser Soze.
Yes.
They bring him in, and then you're like, wait a second. So how long they had a rap sheet on him? Did he fabricate the rap sheet? Was he doing little heists just to get on the radar? Like, how long was he doing this to fabricate? Is my question.
It has to be years. It has to be, because remember, Keaton knew him from a while ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Keaton was a cop. Agent Kuya knew him. The whole team knew him. Well, except one of them didn't know him.
Exactly. So they get to the cell, because I just saw it last night, so it's fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
They get to the cell, and not McManus,
not McManus or his partner.
Pollock.
Yeah. His character didn't know him.
Yeah, his character says, "Who are you?" And he's just like, "I'm Verbal. I'm a guy that talks so much."
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but once you say that, another thing too is, of course, again with the internet, Keyser Soze means I talk too much. So so they give you
really,
from the start. And of course, it took me multiple times, and then going
Oh
through
no,
movies
you must
and
have found
researching.
this on Reddit or
No,
something,
no,
right?
no. It was on a major site. Yeah, and that's what that
Wow.
means. Keyser Soze means talks too much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am blown away. I did research and I did not even know that.
Yeah.
That is really wow, man.
So
Okay.
right there, they tell you.
Is that talk too much in what language?
I think it's Turkish.
All right, that makes sense. Do you think Kaiser Soze did plastic surgery? Because he
No,
had
I
to
don't-
keep
I mean,
creating new identities, no? And when he tells a story about himself, don't you think that he had to reinvent himself because he's had snitches on him?
oh
no?
yeah.
What do you
yeah.
think?
I think most likely, yes. But from what you find out, that he does not work with the same people twice.
Right.
That he has multiple contacts before he gets to whatever he wants. You know, I think, and the way that you realize how he played
Right.
the character for so long.
Yeah,
that-
he had the mannerisms.
Yes,
and he
that
had everything.
maybe you like. I'll say 50-50. Maybe
Huh.
he did, maybe he didn't. But I think it's like again, it's all about deception.
Okay.
So
Let's move back into Agent Coolion's quote, because his quote was how he can tell that somebody's guilty. How? Do you remember what he said?
yes, because he's the only one sleeping in the room. Like
Correct.
you put him on in a cell, and the
Yep.
one who's sleeping is guilty because he knows he's caught.
So he told that to Virgil.
Yes, he did.
He showed his ass. He gave himself away because he already assumed something, right?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that quote in life? Like, do you think that usually is how things should get done, or what do you feel about it?
Well,
like, did that quote mean anything to you? Did it
Well,
give anything away?
no,
I'm not saying
no,
it's your favorite quote,
it
but
didn't give me anything away from the movie. No.
Okay.
No.
All
In life, I believe that is true.
Okay.
I believe once a person gets caught, he knows he's caught.
You think so?
Yeah. Why am I gonna? Yeah, I'm caught. Yeah, just give me a sandwich.
I don't know.
Last
I
meal
would-
or whatever it is. Give me a cigarette. I'm caught.
I personally feel
So-
like if you're caught on something, I guess my conscience would make me just feel overwhelmingly nervous. I no, because you're like, oh man, did they get me? Did they find out it was me? I don't know. I thought of it as the opposite personally, because I was like, yo, what kind of, you must be some cold-hearted dude if you're just like, you know what, ya me agarraron.
Well,
That's it. I got caught, right?
It depends. Also depends on what crime. I mean, you owe
Yeah.
tickets. They catch you. No matter what, you're not gonna be nervous.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
no,
gonna
yeah,
pay
yeah,
your ticket.
yeah, yeah.
But if a big crime.
Yeah.
I from what I read in books,
Mhm.
if you catch a person who's actually innocent, they will fight to the end, and they will give you alibis. They will give you. They won't sleep. They would not sleep
Yeah.
because they know it's wrong.
Yeah.
What they're doing to me. They will even cry in jail because it was not me. But a person who's done it and gets caught, most likely they have done other crimes before.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
they jail to them is
It's nothing. Yeah.
Stop, yeah.
They're like, you
So,
know what? I'm gonna get out anyway.
yeah,
I'm gonna
or-
do something else.
yeah.
Right?
So they caught me.
Yeah.
Forget it. Why am I gonna
Stress it.
So yeah, exactly.
See, that makes sense. I like that. All right. So let's bring into my first burning question. Very important. So Dean Keaton was a former cop, right?
Yes.
So is it to your understanding that Keyser set him up by killing witnesses, tampering, in order to make him a puppet? What do you think?
I think he was just a dirty cop.
Yeah?
Yes, because
Oh.
I mean, if you go by the premises of the movie, the Keyser did not know what was going to happen until it started happening.
Right.
Meaning, the why they want to hit that boat. So, Keyser didn't know they were going to buy off the information until it started rolling, and that's when he got the ball rolling. So I think Keaton was just bad. He was just bad.
Okay.
But he might have had a little something to do.
Yeah.
So
no.
we will get into it later on. But
No, yeah, because and that's why it was my very first question. As I was seeing the movie again, I realized, I was like, wow, do you think that Keyser just manipulated him or manipulated his circumstances? Like, why did he end up killing that guy in jail? Which is something that he talks about with Redfoot later, right?
Yes.
So, like,
yes.
what pushed him to that limit? I think that I find it hard to believe that a cop would go in initially trying to be bad, right?
Yeah.
I think that they eventually become bad because of their circumstances.
Yes.
So perhaps Keyser influenced his career and kind of made him a puppet.
Well, I don't think so because they don't hit on that when he meets Kobayashi. They don't hit on that, but they do hit on other things, like you stole from Keyser 10 years ago. He hold that on your head now, so he might have known. Okay, I'm not gonna, I got something on him, so I'm gonna let him be until I need him. But I don't think he was manipulating his things.
Okay, fair enough. My next question for you: why is it that us men have such an issue with being prideful? So, for example, Keaton had a rich, well-off lawyer. Couldn't he just chill? Like, yo, your girl's taking care of you. Why can't you just chill out? Why do you have to be prideful? Why do you have to get involved in illegal stuff again? Why do you have to prove that you're the man? I feel like eventually it came down to his pride, and the boys kind of like, yo, come on, man. You know you want to do this, man.
I think
at the beginning of the film,
I think it was the pride of getting back to the police, because remember, he was about to break a deal that was going to make him go to the restaurant.
Yes,
and then the cops came and got him. He lost that deal.
Right.
So I think when Burbo came in and told him, "Don't you want to get them back? Okay. Don't you want to get even
revenge with
them?
Yeah, get revenge." Yep.
And I think that pushed him to do the hit on the police car.
Okay.
I don't think it was the money. I think that is what it was.
Okay.
And once he got that taste again, it's like, oh man, this feels good. And that's how come the other thing happened. So,
all right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I just was like, us guys are so prideful sometimes.
Yeah, we are.
And I feel like I like the fact that the director used that kind of like a regular character flaw that we have, right, as men. Sorry, ladies. But just kind of like you get pushed to a corner and you just want to like, nah, man, I got this.
Yeah.
You want to prove yourself.
Yeah, you do.
And you want to make sure that your worth is shown. So, but yeah, anyway. All right. So let's get into the first scene. So, boom, they convince Keaton. They steal the money from the cop car. They get all the money, and the diamonds, right?
Yeah,
the diamonds. Yeah, they pull off the whole crazy heist. I was actually gonna say this was in the running for my favorite scene, but I remembered that I don't think this is my favorite scene, but it's a great scene because I think this scene pulls you in more to the movie versus the actual beginning when they're rounding him up and everything.
Yeah.
Because you can see how talented they are as a crew, right?
Yes.
Once they finally start working together, you're like, yo, these guys are really good. They pulled off a heist in like less than 30 seconds. In broad daylight.
Police, too.
Police.
Police.
Yep. Yeah. Incriminated the police, got away with the money, and just made out like bandits.
Yep.
It was fantastic. But I don't mean to jump ahead of you. I was going to say, since I was talking about it, and I was thinking this was like right there. It was like in competition. My favorite scene actually is when Keyser tells a story about himself. That he says,
yes.
Like he talks about when the Hungarians,
the rival gang. The rival gang.
When the rival gang comes in, they pretty much take over his whole estate, hold his family hostage, and he kills his hostage.
Yeah.
He kills his family.
Yep.
And to me, I was like, yo, whoever this dude is,
he's bad.
And
then the dialogue after that, he goes, after the burial, he goes after friends, family, neighbors, and all that crazy stuff.
That one, without a doubt, is my favorite scene because of that. The fact that it established how crazy the devil really is, right? Because the whole time he's the devil, Prince of Darkness. Yes. They put him on a pedestal that you had to hear the story to kind of like solidify. Because throughout the movie, it's being peppered, right?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite scenes. We're going to get to my favorite scene, but one of my favorite scenes.
No, jump in. Let's do it.
When they were when the lawyer Kobayashi comes into the room and he tells them, hey, "You guys have a job now. You know, you guys work for me now."
Right.
And they say, "Who are you?" And he goes, "Well, I work for Keyser Soze." And you could see their faces,
Yeah.
just like drop, like, "Oh my god!" And that's what gets you into like, who is this guy? What in the? And I think that's the first time they mention his name in the movie. No, I'm sorry. At the beginning they do. When
Keaton does.
Keaton does at the beginning.
Right, the little hint.
Yeah.
But if we were saying in our alternate reality, right? We
Yes.
don't put that
We
scene.
don't put that scene.
We just put the scene where they get rounded up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. They don't mention.
They
you
don't
know
mention,
who he is.
No, until that part there.
Right.
I mean, the full, like, and you realize you got badass guys here.
Yeah.
You know, they did 2 great hits.
Yeah, 2 great
and
hits.
And then they hear that name, and it's like, you know, they drop their hands once, you know, curses out, and it's like
the other guy's getting nervous. He's trying to leave.
Yes, and then the only guy is Burbo Kemp. He's like, "Who's Keyser Soze?
Right.
Who is this guy? Right. Who is this?" Like, you know, and you like, dude, who is this guy? Because you want to know. You know, that's one of my favorite scenes, and then from there on, I mean, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Dude, and then you get
the
story,
and
it's
the story.
like,
Yes.
oh my god.
Then you get the story. Yeah.
And it's like.
So you definitely thought it was Keaton the first time you saw this movie?
Yes. Even though I saw him die at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Right.
Allegedly, once again.
Yes, because they don't show you.
Right.
But as the movie started progressing and you start getting the story and you start seeing who's the mastermind going through things and planning things, you're like, well, wait a minute. I know I saw him. You know, I didn't. They don't show you.
Yeah.
You're like, my mind says he got shot.
Oh wow.
You know, and they play me completely all the way until the end.
Yep.
All the way into the end. I mean, I was played. I was like, man, completely played. And that's not. I think of all the movies I've seen, this I maybe 3 movies that really got me played. And that's one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them.
That is definitely true. Yeah, no, it's true. I can remember the first time I saw it years ago. I was just like, wow, like I did not see that coming.
Yes.
And
the funny thing is, the other 2 movies are like B movies.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
But they have such a twist. They're like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
So let's transition quickly into something else I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
These guys are the best heist villains in almost all the movies. Because they got away with 2 heists. Then the lawyer accosted them. Yeah. And they hold the lawyer at gunpoint.
Yes.
And not only that, they get to the boat. They say this boat is impossible to hack, that there's 20 million guards.
Yep.
And they kill everybody. Untouched.
They pulled it out.
They pulled out 4 crazy heists. They don't get touched unless it's for Keyser being an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He didn't even have to kill them.
No.
And that's another question.
That's another thing. Yes.
Yeah. So they pull off all of these jobs, and like, bro, like who can mess with them? They're untouchable. They are They're the greatest crew assembled.
You could in the setting of what Usual Suspect the whole movie is.
Right.
Yes. But then remember, you always got there are heist movies. This movie's not a heist movie, really.
Yeah, but it is though.
No, it's more of a hit movie. Like, because they were duped into it's a heist. But
they were duped into all these heists, yes.
Yeah, but it was really a hit.
That's true.
They were really performing a hit. But you know, you got other movie. Depends. You got like Ocean's 11, the original, the first one.
Right.
Not Ocean's 12, even though Ocean's 12 was really funny.
I like Ocean's 12.
Me too.
I mean, 11 is the best, but
yeah. So that's a great heist they pull there.
Yeah.
The French Connection.
Oh yeah. Rafifi was a great one.
Yes.
I just saw the other day. Amazing heist.
Movie,
amazing heist.
You know, you have all this. You have a lot of movies who are based in heist. they gotta have the best crew of that movie because they based on the
because
heist.
they go and assemble the crew, right?
Yes.
Like Rick and Morty. Like, yo, let's get a crew together.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
That's it. I'm in. Let's get the crew together.
Yeah,
We're gonna do the best heist we can. All right, so let's jump into favorite quote. Right, my favorite quote before you give yours. One cannot be betrayed if one has no people, which is what Kobayashi said.
Yeah,
which goes back to your favorite scene.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, damn, the mystique of Keyser, man. That was
yes. And also I think it's within that same scene. No, the scene after that, my favorite quote is when he tells him, how do you shoot the devil on the back?
Oh yeah.
You know, how about if you miss? You know, and he shows them their hand.
Right.
You know, and then this is before you knew everything. And I was like, dude, he got a point. This guy is bad.
Yeah.
You know, and he took out everyone and
right.
You know, bad hand.
Right.
You know, what if you miss? I mean, that's one to me that's one of the greatest words right there. What if I miss?
Then he comes out of your whole family.
Yeah, then
like
what?
We said, yeah.
Exactly.
He comes after your whole family. You know? He takes out everybody you ever associated with. Yeah, that's the thing, is that his mystique, you know, his legend, as they say.
Yeah, the legend of Keyser Soze.
Yeah, followed him so much that people were even scared to come after him. Which is one thing that I was going to say. I was like, how did this dude have the balls to be a snitch? The guy in the boat. Like, what? Come on, bro.
Dude,
you knew he was gonna get you.
Yeah, but he's on the bad. He's on the opposite crew.
True.
He's on the competition.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they were there to buy that information.
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You
that's
know,
fine.
I mean, but yeah. Before the whole thing of the movie, the ending, when I heard that, I was like, yeah. Film is then what? Your whole life is. I mean, that's it. Everyone you know is gonna die.
So here's some trivia that I looked up. Was that the director also? Oh, well, not the director. Actually, the screenwriter, which is Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Who did Mission Impossible, by the way. He also based it on somebody who was like in America's Most Wanted. I think America's Most Wanted or something like that.
Yes, he
that
based
killed
the Keyser Soze character.
Yeah, the character. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the legend was that this guy killed his own family.
Yep.
And hid away for 17 years.
Yes, he got caught in North Carolina.
Yeah, So that is crazy to think about, that he did this whole legend based on some dude who got away. I think the guy
did some robberies or something, and then he killed his family so they wouldn't identify him. Wow. And yeah, it was. I mean, it's gruesome, but you know, a lot of characters are based on. A lot of characters are based on true people. And another thing too, I don't know if you know, the director, he made everyone believe they were Keyser Soze before they read the script.
Yeah.
Before they read the script, he pitched them, hey, you know, this is what I'm working on, and you know, your guy is gonna be the guy.
Right.
So,
you know, I mean, listen, it's kind of like the Star Wars thing, you know, like. You know that he's the father, but you don't know that he's the father. Like, you take that out and you kind of don't tell them, or you tell everybody that they are it.
Yeah,
I like that because it keeps even the shock of the film.
Yes,
it keeps everybody guessing because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Because he didn't. Luke didn't know, right? Even the
he didn't
know until that scene was written.
Correct, and he I was actually watching an interview with him. That the Russo brothers had him on their YouTube, that he literally got fed the line right there, and he had to get fed the line because apparently the guy who was in the Darth Vader suit, like he couldn't really hear him. It was like very muffled because obviously they were putting James Earl Jones' voice, so he couldn't hear him. He had to get fed the line on his earpiece. Like what the real line was. So his reaction was also genuine. So I feel like that's very effective for a director to do something like that, where he kind of plays a ruse on his actors because you get that genuine reaction.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like Chaz did.
Yeah.
You know, you get that. Like I really, when he reacted and he realized what was going on, I thought it was very genuine when I saw like the end.
Me too. And man, it's one of those things, man. You. There's a lot of things in the background that go on. If you look for information on the movie, there's a lot of things that were out there that you like. Wow, that was interesting.
So let's hop right into the ending. Let's talk about some stuff with the ending. So these guys like I was saying, they spent a week stressing about this boat.
Yep.
They said it was a suicide mission. And then literally, so we get to the ending, they take out 15 dudes.
Quick.
Before they even get into the boat, get into the boat, they take out everybody else, and they don't find any coke.
Yep.
When you saw that part, what did you think about it?
Oh, it blew me out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, they even found the money.
Yeah.
They found the money, but then
because the money got there. They got transported there, right?
The money was in a van.
Yeah. That's right.
So they found the money, but I'm like, what are they here for? Because they never told you none of this.
Right.
Everything is about coke. Everything is about, let's get this, let's sink the boat with the coke. Because that was the plan. Sink it. Get the competition out of it. And then you find out, hey, McManus tells Kean, there's no coke. There's no coke. I've been all over the boat. There's no coke.
Yeah.
And I remember looking like I was with a friend of mine, and we like, is this real? What the heck they're doing here then?
Right.
What is going on? And then I remember my initial thought was, wait a minute, they're gonna steal this money. It was all a hit to take all the money. Like,
right.
A drug deal going bad. A drug deal where, okay, you bring the money, I'll bring the coke. It's no coke, we're gonna take the money.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in so many movies that do that, right?
Yeah, yes.
They're supposed to person brings money, one person brings the
product. Brings the product, price either sugar, baby powder,
test the product.
Take the paper in the bag,
Yeah.
So that's what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
We like, oh man, maybe, it's about getting those $20 million. That's what this is about.
That's true.
So that's what I remember at that thinking there. But yeah, it got me, man. It had me thinking.
I was gonna say, like, that ending sequence. So they pretty much, they get away with everything.
Yeah, they pretty much get away with everything.
And like, they didn't have any inkling. Like, nothing, man. Like,
no, I mean,
how did they get fooled so much? Did they fall into that Agent Coolion thing?
Yeah. Remember, you got Verbal Kemp.
Yeah,
he's with you. He's not. He's not gonna be a use in the boat.
Yeah.
Kean trusted him because he knew him for so long.
Right.
He said, you stay here, you get this money, and you leave. If we don't come out, you get the money, you leave, you stay out here. So him playing them so much as I'm worthless, I'm useless. I can never kill you. You're so much better than me. You're so much faster. Better shot than I am.
So I wrote it down as predetermined notion, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like you already predetermined that he's not going to do anything.
Yes.
You're like, oh, he's irrelevant.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's not. We leave him outside. He's done. So you don't have, even if you, because McManus says when he meets Kean before he dies, he said, I saw something really strange. Then you realize he probably saw him in the boat.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, he says something strange. I saw something strange.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
The hook on the neck.
Yes, that's right. Right. Yeah.
So in that sense, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm scared. I climb in. I thought you got some trouble. Okay, stay here. Turns around. So it's one of those. It's like that, man. It's like
So you have a younger son.
Yes.
When you because I'm sure you showed him this film.
Oh yeah.
How did he react? What is he like? He's 15, right?
Alex, no, he's 17.
Okay. But he probably saw it earlier on, right?
He saw it a few years back.
All right.
Yes. And he was actually arguing with me if I knew the first time I saw it. Again, because I catch on to things, movies
fairly quickly.
Yeah, because unless it's an indie movie, a lot of big films are repetitive in the story where
Yeah, they use the same tropes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's usually a big twist. If it's a suspense movie, there's usually a big twist at the end, or there's usually someone who you thought all along it was not the killer, or it was not the thief. So you look for those little things, you know. You take little hints, and I told him, I said, no, I never knew. And he didn't believe me. He's like, no, you knew. You knew. I was like, no. And then I asked him, like, did you know? He was like, wow, no. And he actually thought it was Benicio del Toro's character.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because he was like...
Because he was killed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then he was like, oh, he could have had a double. He could have... But then I told him, I said, you know he was killed, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
but
this guy...
but we've seen that in other movies,
we've seen that
right?
in other movies, exactly.
Yes.
And that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said he could have had a double. You know, they do it before in other movies and this and that. And I was like, I don't know. But he thought it was him because he disappeared and all of a sudden everything started falling
apart. That was kind
of
strange, the fact that he just disappeared off screen.
Yes, and then he showed up dead and you know, but that's him. He's, you know, he goes out of these wild theories.
No, but
you know?
I only mention that because that's one of my favorite questions to ask. You know, as far as like relevancy today, if we show this to somebody who's way younger, would they get it? Would they like it? Like this movie, would you say it's transcendent?
I believe so because of it, like I mentioned before at the beginning of the podcast, because you do have action, you have suspense, you have some drama, you have some comedy, and the action scenes are great, and they're not too far apart, and the story keeps you there because of the lore, because of who is Keyser Soze. We got to get to Keyser Soze, and then the stories, and then you have the little hint from Burble when he's in the office saying, oh, well, when I was doing this over here, and when I was there over there, and we used to pick beans in Guatemala, and we used to have the best coffee, and this and that. So I think it transcend, but again, it's not for... You have to like suspense movies.
That's true.
You know, if you go into it thinking it's John Wick, or thinking you're gonna get, you know, you're gonna get some actions,
sequences
back to back to back. You know, but
I like those kind of movies. Those like good character development.
Yes.
Good.
But I think between, let's say it's a rated R movie, so let's say between 15, kids these days they watch rated R movies 15 to 17. Right. I think for 15 to 16, 17, unless they like movies, I don't think they'll get too much into it. But once they hit the 18, 19, 20, that they could really
appreciate,
put thoughts together and really appreciate what the movie is showing you. Right. I don't think there's someone on this planet that would not like this movie.
That's true.
Except for women who don't like violence at all.
No, but it's not really. But once again, I would say that it's not really violent. It's not really violent. Yeah, the language is foul, but listen, like we just said, this is the cleanest, smoothest team assembled.
Yes,
their crimes are smooth. They don't like to kill. They're like they plan things out, so it made it very easy to show that on film, where you have a crew that's so concise and well. And I'm, you know what? That's another thing too. I'm shocked that they got along so well so fast. That Keyser put them all together purposely because of that. Because
yes,
oh, he's good at this. He's good at this. He's good at this.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Because Kobayashi tells them Keyser manipulated the lineup.
Yes.
In New York,
to have all you guys
there.
Yeah.
You know, he said we're going to approach you, but we took this opportunity to get you guys all together in one place.
Right.
Because we knew, you know, that you guys could work together and pull this off.
And that's why I feel like
you were the only crew that would pull this off. I think he said something like that.
Right. So going off your big fan of this movie, is there a scene or an actor that influenced you in this film? Like something that you really that took away that you're like, wow, like this changed the way I think about things. Obviously, you just said now you're like more honed in, right, on watching films, right?
Yes, way more honed in. So before this movie, I would watch movie I would hear the story, but I would not listen to the story. Right? Okay, good action movie. Oh, look what happened at the end. But this movie made you think, especially because what happens at the beginning. You put that aside. If you've never seen it, you put that. Man, this.
You can easily forget it.
Yes, and then you start seeing, and then again at the end, because when he starts reading the backboard, and Julian starts reading the backboard, and he sees all the little hints and the voices playing in the background. I mean, it gets to you like, oh my God, this, and you think like none of this is real. Like, no,
I was just gonna ask that very question. Is this movie real? Is this movie real? Yes or no?
Once you see that, I thought no.
Okay.
I thought it went off rails after the lineup in New York. Okay. Like, nothing after that might just not be real.
Yeah, it's all fabricated.
Because he was all told by Keyser Soze. Right. It's all fabricated. Every name he mentioned is fabricated. Right. So, you like, then what was real? What was the hit? Was real? That might not even.
The hit was definitely real because they're looking for something.
Yes, but
we don't know how it happened.
But that might not even be how it happened. Yeah. They probably, it's like what what the heck? Yeah. So man, that's why I think this movie pushed me more to listening more to the dialogues and what's going on in the movie. I go into every movie now as in every movie has a twist, even if it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Even if it's
even comedy, even comedies have a little twist here and there too. Yeah.
Yes, but even if it's like 21 Jump Street, I'm like, this has a twist. Right. That's just after this movie. That's how we're going to every movie. Yeah, that's true. So
I'm the same way now.
Like, I'm not. Nothing surprises me. No other twist in no other movie. It surprised me like this one did, and I don't think any other movie will. Okay. I don't think so far, because you never know. I mean, we got Tenet coming, and how we.
Oh my God!
Right, so that might be.
I can't wait for this film, man.
Not even The Prestige.
Right.
It was like, okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah, that's and maybe that's a bad thing.
No.
Going into every movie expecting a twist, because then you're not surprised at the end.
I mean,
you're not surprised.
No,
you're expecting a twist.
That is true, but I would argue that it's actually more of a challenge because there's directors out there who are like, oh, they're definitely not gonna see this coming. Even the most hardcore, you take it as a challenge because you want to really shock and awe people. I'm sure there's definitely a film out there, like you just said, like an indie that we might not have seen yet.
Yes,
that will catch us and we're like, yo, never saw
what?
that.
Yeah, like
wow.
What?
Like what the heck is going on? Yep. So we have to keep that in mind. That now, and I love American filmmakers. Like you guys are fantastic, but there are definitely some, like you said, indie films out there that. They really push the level of thinking.
Yes.
Because they leave things so opaque that you're like, wait, what happened? And who was that?
Yeah.
You know?
And I believe that the film industry right now, especially big budget movies, they tend to be a little more vanilla because they got to appeal to a bigger audience because they have to make that, make that money back. You have to break even at least in the movie theater. Indies, they could pretty much push the envelope.
They can push it.
They could say, you know what, this is going straight to HBO, or it's just going to be shown in 10 movie theaters. You know? It's a niche audience, so we could get away with a lot of things.
Correct.
But and like I said, it's messed up. But I go into every movie with a twist. Every movie.
But then that's also the reason I appreciate like a lot of like what Nolan does. Yeah. Because not only does he draw the fans, but he can give you Inception, he can give you Prestige, he can give you Memento, and he can he can just try to give you still something that's niche, and but
I think
draw you in.
I think one of his only movies that did it was Batman. The Batman didn't have a twist.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
this is Batman.
It's just a story.
It's set there for the end, but I saw that coming.
Correct. Yeah,
I saw that coming because of the story of the butler.
Correct.
Alfred. but yeah, man, I think again, like I said, I think I'm spoiled. That movie spoiled me in that way where I'm like, okay, then what?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's never this simple. There's something.
There's something
going,
more.
there's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
more.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
No, I respect it, man. I respect it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would change? Actors, scene?
No.
You wouldn't change
The
some, you think
beginning.
it's-
I will not show the beginning.
You would not show the beginning?
Yeah, I
feel
think-
like, yeah.
I think that it doesn't give it away, but you stay with that on your head, like, okay, but he got shot.
Right.
So now what? You know, now what's next? So,
Okay.
or maybe I'll just show the boat burning and then the body floating, all the body.
Oh, yeah,
floating
you
in
could
the
show like a
water.
little montage,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
then that's it, and then I will go from there.
I agree.
Like,
I
okay,
agree.
why is this burning? And who is this guy that pops up? You know.
Yeah.
So.
I thought about it, and I don't think that would change anything either. I think
Yeah.
that it hits home very well. The twists and turns, it was very well timed. And like we just said, the build up to Keyser's legend was great because you didn't hear about him until you heard about him.
Yeah.
So
and then they
really
even
enjoy
bring
that.
in. Remember when the Hungarian's in the hospital, that he tells the detective. The detective's like, oh, okay, you don't know who this guy is. This guy's very dangerous. You better get a few cops here. And then he starts calling the name, right? He starts saying, Keyser Soze.
He said, get everybody in here.
Yeah, get everybody in here. And then he's like, what? Wait, what did you say? And then he calls up, I believe it was an agent, an FBI agent in Washington that comes in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, then what? And he's like, no. Wait. Ask him who's the devil.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's just stuck in Jeffrey. No. Ask him who's the devil. And then he says, Keyser Soze. And the guy's like, wait, what? Who?
Yo.
So I mean, you got people from Washington coming in. You know this guy's no joke.
Yeah, it's no joke. Yeah.
You know this guy's no joke.
So we get to the ending, right? So Kuyan realizes who Keyser was. He puts the pictures together. He puts everything together. They go chase after him. He gets the picture, which the guy in the hospital identifies.
Yeah.
Right? So here's one of my last questions to you. So the ending. Did they ever catch Keyser? Straight up. What do you think?
I think they know who he is, but I think they'll never catch him. Because he served his purpose. He killed the guy who got the... Even though they got his picture, I don't think he's ever showing up again. Again, to what you said earlier, I think he'll get plastic surgery.
Right.
Or he'll go do his operation from another country or whatever.
Or another country, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they will ever... I don't think they will ever catch him. I mean, this guy must have been there for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
As Burbo Kim.
Yeah.
So he could go and do and be somebody else for another 10, 15 years. You know?
Do you think that he ever comes back, though? Or just that he just changes his face and he takes on another identity?
I think he would take on another identity, but not in the U.S.
Yeah.
I think in the U.S. he's burned.
That's true.
Yeah.
So here's a deep theory that I had. You're right there? Sorry, my dog is jumping all over the place.
I just didn't want him.
Everything
Didn't
here.
want him knocking down the microphone cables here.
Yeah, no, we're good. So here's another deep theory that I had. Is there a world, now hear me out,
Yeah.
where Verbal isn't Keyser and he's somebody that the real Keyser Soze sent? Because, hear me out. What if the real Keyser hired this guy to pretend to be him? Just like, hey, I'm going to hire you. You're going to be just infiltrated. You're going to be my go-to guy, just like Kobayashi is. And and you're gonna take out this guy. I need you to do this for me. This for me. Because hold on, let me see it. I wrote this on because I wanted to make this point. Because he did tell Agent Kulian, someone will scoop me up when I leave here. So we'll all, so it was all there. Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like, what if in an alternate universe, Verbal is just another henchman for Keyser because he doesn't work directly. Maybe he worked through.
I thought about that.
Really?
Many times while watching the movie.
Okay.
That it could be Kobayashi.
Could be
That
Kobayashi.
it could be him, and then Burbo Kim could be his hitman. his right-hand man.
Yeah, his right-hand man.
You understand? Because Kobayashi got more features as a Middle Eastern, and he had the accent.
Correct.
More than Burbo did.
Correct.
And yeah, that comes to mind as maybe he's Keyser Soze, not him, because he mentioned he works through people.
Correct.
He does not put his hands on anything.
Right.
So that crossed my mind multiple times.
Bro, it's just, that's the thing. You know what, Bryan Singer, Christopher McQuarrie, you guys did a great job in this film, because he just implanted that idea that I'm like, wait, I don't think he would ever, a guy as the devil, right?
Yes.
Would not expose himself that much. He was greatly exposed.
Yep.
And if he gets caught, it's
a
over.
wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So that's one thing I've always held on to, and I've been dying to ask you that. Like, I'm glad we're both on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whoa, like, for you to expose yourself like that takes big balls. If he did it, kudos to him. He's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But, man, usually when we see a mastermind villain,
he has
they have
a
layers.
Right-hand man. Yeah.
They have layers and buffers. That's what I'm looking for.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
go ahead.
Especially towards the end, when he picks him up, I'm like, no. It's just too obvious.
Right.
Like, why you had to go
expose yourself.
Yeah. You had to go be the one who shoot this guy.
Well,
because
if you think about it, too.
Yeah, but you
who does a job better, right?
Yourself.
Exactly.
But it's not somebody eating it. This was going to bring in a big agencies looking for who took out 25 people and burned down a boat and left $25 million here. And, 30 bodies.
Yeah.
Ex-cop, criminals from here, criminals from there. You're gonna get that heat for a while.
Right.
Right. And then again, you have to make sure everyone on that boat is dead.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Or else you're gonna fry. So if you have that guy that you absolutely trust, hey, you're the only one that can help me with this.
Yeah, you're on the
After
inside.
this,
your cover's blown.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you make it out, good, you're gonna be set for life. I'll put you in a private island somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I am a mastermind criminal like that, I don't think I would expose myself. I don't think I would.
Yeah.
No. Hey, can you take care of this for me?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a couple of millions now. Set your family somewhere. Do this for me, and then we'll call it a day. Right. I don't think I would expose myself.
I agree with you. I think the same way. I think that if it would have been Kobayashi, but once again, the film left it open to interpretation, right? So we really don't know. No, that could have just been his cover.
Yeah.
He could have hired some dude. Yo, bro, I need you.
Yeah.
You're undercover already,
Yeah.
So we really don't know. Listen, the movie turned out great. It's just, man, me and Truman, we have a hard time believing Keyser you would have.
Yeah. Even if you think about it, think of every major villain that does not have their favorite hitman.
Right.
Every major villain has that guy that either never miss.
Yeah.
Completely ruthless.
Yeah.
Or fight better than Chuck Norris.
Right.
They all have them. They all have that guy. Right. Either their bodyguard or I know a guy. I know someone. So,
like the Godfather's right hand man. What is he?
Da Vinci? No.
Nah. I got it ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Luca Brasi.
Luke, who's that? Yeah. Who's that, honey? Oh, that's
Luca Brasi.
That's Luca Brasi. Why is he talking to himself? Oh, he's gonna go in to talk to my.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's Luke? They call Luca. What's Luca?
So like what we said, every mastermind villain, you have your Luca Brasi.
Yes.
Like you have to have your Luca Brasi.
Him.
So we're convinced, Truman. It's Kobayashi.
Yeah.
We're
50-50.
Yeah, we're 50-50.
Because remember, we have a verbal description of the perv.
That's true.
So but that also might be in his plan. Hey, now you're the face they looking for, not me.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
understand?
true. He could come back and doing that.
Yeah, it could be like, hey,
He could flip it. Yeah, he could.
If
That's
somebody
true.
gets caught, it's him. They think he's Keyser Soze, but I'm really not.
All right, that's true.
So
One quick question before we give out our MVP award. Did Keyser have to kill Edie Fitterman?
yes,
Why?
because she would never stop getting to the bottom of it. Why Keaton died? Who killed Keaton? Remember, she's a lawyer,
That's true.
high position, and that's her husband pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
So he has to, especially a person in that position.
Yeah.
You have to tie it all ends, man.
I get that. I just felt bad for her because I'm like, wow, like
Yeah.
he left zero evidence,
Yes.
zero culpability. The whole story was made up.
Yes.
So they had zero on him.
Yeah.
They had zero. He has a made up profile. So what is she gonna do? That's what I was just like, what are you gonna do, girl?
Well, remember, she also knew Orville Kim because of his dealings with Keaton in the past.
That's true.
So she has
An idea. Yeah.
You know that, oh, he's the only one. Why are you the only one? Why? She's a lawyer. You know, they are investigative by nature. They want to get to the bottom of it.
I feel like though it would have took her like a good 10 years.
I think she will never found out.
Yeah.
But then I see it as why
leave a loose end?
Why leave a loose end? Just don't have to worry about it in 10 years. I don't have to worry about it in 10 years.
That's true. All right, brother. So before we've even finalized this, I wanted to officially name my MVP award because you know how every award has a name?
Yeah.
So I'm a huge cigar fan. And since I'm Dominican as well, I feel like it's only right to name my MVP award the Arturo Fuentes Award. So, Truman, who do you give your Arturo Fuentes Award for MVP of this movie?
For MVP of this movie?
Yeah.
Dude, the Hungarian who gave them out? That dude was, this dude was burned alive.
Yes.
Floating in the sea or in the bay.
Yeah.
He comes out. He knows. He knows who isn't, and he knows what's going to happen once he gets them out, and he still does. Yeah. And he had the power to give him a full description. Full description.
Yo, he was gonna get infected.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be here without no.
Yeah, he's gonna be infected.
Yeah, no. Forget about infection. Forget about that. He could take it.
I'm gonna give my Arturo Fuentes Award to McManus.
Oh,
McManus was like Jordan last 2 minutes, bro.
Yes,
he came in with the sniper.
He came in hot.
He came in hot.
He came in hot.
I was like, bro, what are you doing? You're on every mission.
He was on point.
He was screaming at the cops. Remember?
Yes.
At the beginning. He was the man. He was the grunt. He carried the weight. He was definitely the muscle, bro.
Muscle the whole system.
I mean, obviously, Kevin Spacey, he did the best job out of everybody in this whole film, and the character itself really stole the scene.
Yes.
But McManus, man, that was to me. You know how we talked about like action and entertainment and comedy. He had all of it.
He had it all there. But like I said, to me, in terms of once you realize who Keyser Soze is, and you still snitching on this guy.
Yeah.
He was in the opposite team or he was the competition, but still, man, this guy's gonna kill everything I have, everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna snitch anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that takes balls. To me, that it took balls.
That's true.
Hey, fuck it.
Because you know for a fact, Kobayashi and him are gonna go get that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get that guy. That guy's not coming out the house.
Yeah,
he's not coming out.
There's no way.
No way.
They get a nurse to do one of the syringes,
and then whoever he knows is gonna die.
Yeah.
Because you got to put an example. Hey, even if you see me, you don't see me because this is what's gonna happen.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what you know what's another funny thing? And I know we wrapped up, but I noticed that they didn't use that I have somebody in on the inside trope. You know how you see that too with the master
I
villain?
know a guy who knows a guy.
I know a guy
yeah.
who knows a guy in the cops or in the
Yeah.
FBI. They didn't use that. So
No,
how would
no.
Keyser find out that they got the picture of him? Is it because of the lawyer, you think?
Well,
It just occurred to me. I was like, you ain't had nobody in on the inside?
no, I'm pretty sure there'll be a newspaper. Oh, boat, 20 dead, 2 survivors.
Here's the only picture.
Yeah, 1 survived, such and such. Or even if he doesn't say 1 survived, I think he has the pool to see, hey, who's surviving? Where is he? You understand?
Yeah, that's true. 100%.
So I think he will find out one way or the other.
So, oh my God, this is another question, bro. And I hate to hold you up.
Yo, dude, I'm free. I got all the time in the world.
So, does Agent Coolion have the balls to print his picture? Because
Yes.
he knows who's gonna.
Yes.
Because he knows he's gonna come after him.
Yes.
You know that, right?
I think he has the balls.
Really?
Yes, because as he said, he been after this guy for years. You know, he's I think he has the balls to do it.
I'm gonna say no, bro.
No?
You know why? Because I think that after Keyser pretty much played with him
Oh
the whole
yeah.
time,
Oh yeah.
I think he realized he's like, yo,
No.
this is a different. This is
This
not
a different
Keaton.
beast.
Yeah, this is a different beast. This is not Keaton that I'm punking around. You know, I need to really think about my next move.
Yeah.
Because I just got played.
But then again, that's also another part why I think he would do it. To redeem that.
Because
say,
they
you
would make
fooled
fun
me
of him.
once, you're not gonna fool me twice. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that let him. He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that got fooled.
Definitely
You
the
know?
laughing stock in the whole special service.
The whole service. The whole, what was he?
Customs.
Customs.
He was,
He was in customs. Yeah.
It was like, that's why we demoted you to customs. Now we're gonna demote you again.
Yeah, you're gonna go work in Siberia.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, man, I think he will go after it. I think everyone will. I think one, because that's their job. Cops they go after bad guys.
Yeah.
And 2, because I got played.
That burns.
I'm smarter than you, no?
Yeah.
You're not, you know.
Yeah.
So,
That burns, bro. That burns, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So Truman,
Yes.
anything else you want to add? Any last thoughts on the movie?
I
I feel like we covered everything.
we'll cover everything again, guys. If you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. It's you could watch it with your spouse, you could watch it with your boyfriend, with your kids, as long as they are 16 and over, I believe, so they could really appreciate what's going on within the movie. And again, follow Louis, download his podcast.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
It's we're just starting. So I'm hoping we get to talk about more movies. Because
No. We will.
I have a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely. I look forward to inviting you back. Thank you for taking the time. And that's once again, please check out his page, Herrera.photography on IG. Please check it out. He's a great photographer. He's been hired all over the place. But thank you guys for joining. This is Luis Agustin. See you later.